Lower Peninsula Girls Volleyball Tournament will also be shown.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Jack Breslin Students Event Center on the campus of Michigan State University. It's the 1996 Michigan High School Athletic Association Boys Basketball Semifinal Championships in Class D. The Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian Defenders coming in at 23-3, taking on the DeTour Raiders at 17-8. Hi, everyone. Joe Urbanski along with Al Pisholka to bring you today's exciting action. Game number 3 of 4 exciting games today at the Jack Breslin Students Event Center. And two teams who are hoping to get that dream and play on Saturday, Al.
Absolutely, and a young team from DeTour coming from the Upper Peninsula, from the Eastern Upper Peninsula, 17-8, as you mentioned, Joe. 3 sophomore starters for DeTour, and Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian has just rolled over some teams to get to this point in the semifinals.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
and right now everyone is standing here at the Jack Breslin Students Event Center
join us in the singing
as they will have the presentation of the national anthem.
Nate Sherrill, a senior at Grand Ledge High School, along with Dan Birch, also a senior at Grand Ledge High School. Ladies and gentlemen, let's join the gentlemen in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Nate.
Well, you've heard of the group All for One. I think that was 2 for 1 out there.
2 for 1, 2 seniors from Grand Ledge High School with our national anthem.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups now for both of these teams, and we'll start first of all with the Tri-Unity Christian Defenders out of Wyoming, 44th Street and Burlingame, as a matter of fact. And here we go, starting at a forward. It is number 24, a 6'3 senior, John Lancer. The other forward is a 6'1 senior, number 34, Ben Chamberlain. Starting at center, it's Derek Burgess. Derek Burgess, a 6'4 senior, number 25. At the guards, they call him the Iceman, shooting over 90% in the final minutes of the game from the free throw line at 5'11", and a freshman, the quarterback of this team, Bryan Foltice. And starting at the other guard will be a 6-foot senior, number 30, and that is Joshua Holmes. Tri-Unity Christian, coached by Mark Keeler in his 9th year, 134 and 67 for the successful coach. And there you see the Tri-Unity bench all the way from Matt Dykstra to Nathan Kromendijk and Mark Tenelsoff and John Agema, Brian Blanker, Eli Berkman, Zach Bossenbrook, Andy Straub, Trevor Vanderhorsen, Kyle Moss. And now let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Raiders of DeTour.
Starting in one forward spot for the Raiders, a 6-foot sophomore, Wes Votz. Starting at the other forward spot, he's a 6'1 junior, Andy Ellis. The man in the middle, they call him Big Island, and why not? 6'5", 260, and a junior, Randy Faustin. In the backcourt for the Raiders, starting at one guard spot, a 5'9 sophomore, Kurt Miller. And starting at the other guard spot, a 5'6 sophomore, Jeremy Woods. DeTour is coached by Scott McLeod in his first year, who originally was drafted by the Detroit Tigers before he went on to play baseball at Central Michigan University. The bench led by Casey Carr, Brent Rapka, Josh Galarovich, James Geyer, Todd Olmstead, and Joe Barrett. DeTour comes in 17-8 on the season out of the Eastern Upper Peninsula Conference, which is a pretty tough league, Joe. This team makes it all the way to the semifinals. They were only 6-4 in league play and finished second in their conference.
That shows you that that Upper Peninsula basketball is nothing to laugh at. They play some great teams. There's a shot of today's officials for today's game. Michigan High School Athletic Association and Advanced Video Service bringing you today's game from the Jack Breslin Students Event Center on the campus of Michigan State University. You know, Tri-Unity Christian, they've got a busy weekend planned. Of course, they're bringing everybody over here today to see this game. Tomorrow they have their huge auction going on, and then hopefully they're hoping they can come up with a victory, come all back on Saturday. I know Assistant Principal Denny Gillum isn't here today for Tri-Unity Christian. He's pulling for them back there in Grand Rapids, actually in Wyoming. And for DeTour, of course, you see the red and white sea to our right as the DeTour fans have come in numbers from the Upper Peninsula for this game today.
Yeah, they want to hang around. They want to spend a couple of nights.
Getting set for this ball game today. There, the DeTour fans. Take a look at them right now, all in their football jerseys. It's the kiddie corps here for DeTour. If you take a look at their starting lineup, Al, you mentioned it earlier, just Todd Olmstead. He's the only senior on this squad, and not even a starter. The 6'1", 165-pounder. So they go with 7 sophomores, 2 juniors, a freshman, and a senior on this DeTour team.
Very young team.
And we may see one of the better players out there, the youngster Bryan Foltice, the Iceman. See him come out there right now, shaking hands. One of the smaller guys on the court at 5'11". And there you see Big Island standing in the middle, wiping off the bottom of his shoes, getting ready to jump this one up against Derek Burgess. We are just about set for the Class D semifinal here at the Breslin Center. And we are underway, and Big Island controls the tap. And right to left will be the Raiders. Andy Ellis will run it out front. Now he hand it off to Jeremy Woods. Go around. Big Island standing out front. High post down low. Baseline. And Vats has it knocked out of bounds. The rejection was by Ben Chamberlain.
Yeah, Chamberlain came off from the weak side that time. Good help down on the baseline.
Triggering it in now is Andy Ellis. Andy Ellis down low, bounced away, kicked out of bounds. Kurt Miller was over there, and they're going to call it off his leg out of bounds.
Just a straight man-to-man defense for Tri-Unity on that first possession.
See some token pressure now as the defenders bring it up from our left to our right, and Bryan Foltice will run the show out high. Works around a pick to the left side, bounce down low. There's the big center, off the glass, no good. Derek Burgess came up empty, and the rebound by the Raiders, and here they come right to left. Randy Faustin will work it out high, and Kurt Miller has it, backs away the dribble, goes left side. Fats down low, ball tipped away and stolen away by Lancer. Lancer bringing it up the left side, and Joshua Holmes stop and pop from 10 off the mark. Here's the rebound inside, Lancer again, and that one's good. And finally somebody's on the board, and it's Tri-Unity Christian with an early 2-0 lead.
It was good effort by Tri-Unity Christian that time on the offensive glass.
Kurt Miller, one of the tri-captains for DeTour now. Works it on the left side, and a push inside will go against DeTour.
Got an illegal screen on,
I believe it was Andy Ellis.
Yep.
Joshua Holmes will dump it in, and Bryan Foltice will take it at three-quarter court now for Tri-Unity Christian. Left to right, the 5'11" freshman, top of the key, goes right side. Looking for it down low, and now getting it down low, putting it up, and it's no good. Derek Burgess was down there, and he traveled with it.
Looks like they like to run their offense through Burgess. First time down was the high pick and roll with Burgess. That time they slid him from left to right across the baseline.
Kurt Miller outside to the right. And now Vats looks it over. Down low along the baseline right, Jeremy Woods. Dump it down into Big Island. One hand hook, no good. Gets his own rebound, fights for it, and we've got a foul.
Every time, Joe, Big Island touches that ball, there are 2 or 3 defenders for Tri-Unity all over him. They are going to double and even triple down on the big fella.
Ellis will inbound underneath the basket, near side to the left, dumps it inside, and off the window and in for the big guy, Randy Faustin. 6'5", 260 junior, ties it up at 2 apiece. There's the left-hand jumper by the freshman off the mark, tipped around, game a kick the can, and is finally pulled down by Holmes in the corner. And another travel out front is called on Tri-Unity Christian Lancer.
Game has started just about how you'd expect to, Joe. In the semifinals, both teams a little tight.
Kurt Miller, Jeremy Woods running the show, and Miller has it across the timeline. Now he'll call out the play for his Raiders. Big Island, right wing. Hands it back to Miller. Now Miller brings it way out by the center court circle. Left side ball. Lancer ran through a pick. That was Burgess who ran through the pick, I mean. Back out front, Jeremy Woods, Tri-Unity, getting some cheers from the fans now as the defense starts to pick it up a notch.
Good man-to-man. They're contesting any pass going to the wing or inside. There
Down
it is.
low, Big Island has it tipped around. He's caught on the double team, tried to dribble out of traffic, and a foul is going to be called on the defenders.
A perfect place for the trap down there. They had two men on him, plus they had the baseline. Boston had nowhere to go but a reach in.
Joshua Holmes called for the foul, his first, team second. Here comes the inbound underneath near side. They get it into Foston. Foston back out front now. Kurt Miller will start it all over. Man-to-man defense by Tri-Unity. Hawk and D out front by Joshua Holmes. Almost picked the pocket that time. You see that big wrap that he has around his left elbow. Wes Vance walking it right side. Free throw line extended to the right. Almost had it knocked away. Lancer on him. Down low. Big Island turn. Fire. No good. Rimming didn't get it. The putback is high arcing and it's good. And that's by Wes Vance who gets the bucket. It is 4-2. DeTour with a 2-point lead and Tri-Unity with the ball. Lancer dumps down low. Ben Chamberlain tried to go into the paint and we've got a foul called on DeTour.
Could move the feet fast enough that time.
Wes Vance gets called for the foul. That's his first and the team's second. Here's the inbound from Foltice. He'll have to hustle it in. Now he does. Chamberlain back out front. Lancer. Lancer for three. Rimming didn't get it, and Chamberlain with a push underneath. Well, Chamberlain that time went up with one hand and gave a little forearm shimmy with the other.
Good position underneath by Jeremy Woods that time. Had him on his backside. Good box out position. And the offensive foul on Tri-Unity.
Kurt Miller now will trot it across the timeline for the Raiders. Works it around the right side. Will drive baseline, try to go in. Lost it. Big Island couldn't hang on to it. Game a kick the can, and here comes Tri-Unity. Lancer gets it ahead to Chamberlain. Chamberlain will back it in, and he gets fouled on the reach in there. And I believe that was Jeremy Woods, who's the guilty party.
4:21 to go here in the first, and still just 4-2.
That's the first personal foul on Woods, team's third. Dump it down low. Chamberlain high. Glass is good, and then we're tied at 4. Kurt Miller across the timeline with the left hand. Almost lost the dribble out front. It was Holmes all over him. Now they get it over to the right side. Vats free throw line extended. Andy Ellis now down low, and there's the big guy, Randy Foston, puts it in.
Boy, good position by Foston, and they couldn't get over and double him quick enough that time down in the box.
Foltice drives, dotted line. Oh, he got fouled as he went in. Almost made a great circus shot. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Nice play by the freshman. You hear the whistle, get it up there on the glass and draw the 2-shot opportunity.
That foul went on Foston. That is his first and the team's 4th. At the line for 2 is Bryan Foltice. Left-handed freshman's first one is good.
Foltice averaging 71.7 from the stripe this season, and Joe 11.3 points as a freshman.
And he misses the second end of the 2-shot opportunity. 6-5 DeTour, leading Tri-Unity Christian. And Kurt Miller across the timeline, and
another
pushing underneath, and that was Andy Ellis. Who, me?
They're setting some solid picks down low on both sides of the lane. And that's twice so far that DeTour has been called for the offensive foul on the moving screen underneath.
Foltice left-handing across the timeline, goes to the right side. Holmes looking down low for Chamberlain. Chamberlain spin, move to the basket on the double team, kicks it back outside. Holmes will step up, pop the 17-footer, and that's good.
Nice inside-out game that time.
7-6, Tri-Unity Christian with a 1-point lead. We have 3:12 and ticking here in the first quarter. Kurt Miller, free throw line extended left, down low to Big Island. Island in the paint, leans in, doesn't get it, gets his own rebound, fighting for it. Saved by Tri-Unity. Nice save down low by Derek Burgess. Foltice, free throw line extended, has to bring it back out top of the circle. Around a pick, free throw line jumpers on the way, nothing but net.
Good solid screen that time by Burgess. He set the pick right at the free throw line, and the freshman was wide open.
9-6, Tri-Unity Christian with the biggest lead that any team's had in this game. 2 minutes, 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Wes Vats back out front. Randy Foston will hold it out high. Down on the corner to Kurt Miller. Miller with a spin move. Turns on Holmes, has to get it back out front. Stolen by Foltice. He's got a 2-on-2. Foltice will race, he'll lean, and he will go down hard. And if that foul is on Andy Ellis, that could be his third.
Yep.
It is.
Once again, it was the double team, Joe, by Tri-Unity Christian in the corner. DeTour had nowhere to go, tried to kick it out. Foltice was right there. And Ellis will take a seat with his third foul.
Kyle Moss, Andy Straub coming in now for Tri-Unity Christian. And coming into the ball game now, Todd Olmstead, the senior for the Raiders. First one is good. It's a 4-point lead now for Tri-Unity, as Foltice is 2 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Second one's on the way, and that's good. 3 out of 4, and a 5-point lead for Tri-Unity, 11-6, 2:21 left in the first quarter. Class D semifinals. Now some pressure up front. That's Matt Dykstra. Little finger tape on that right hand. Down in the corner, Jeremy Woods. Woods will bring the dribble back out front. He'll hand it off to Miller. Miller stops down low. They get it down low. Foston goes in hard, can't get it. Boy, they're doing a great job down low, Alec, getting a double team pressure on Foston. As soon as he gets into the, and here's a steal back the other way. Holy cow. DeTour gets it back.
Yeah, they've been doubling Foston anytime he touches it below the free throw line.
High arcing circus shot. Foston with the follow, gets his own rebound. That one will go on the third try. Foston makes it a 3-point game. Tri-Unity with the ball and the lead, 11-8, down to 1:25 left to go in the first quarter. Holding it on the wing, way outside is Andy Straub. Straub will get it down into the corner to Moss, and now back to Straub, and here's Foltice, who will hold it out high. Down to 1:09 to go in the first quarter. Matt Dykstra, bounce pass into the middle. Chamberlain starts his drive in the paint. Turn, dotted line, dishes left side. Off the glass, no good, and the rebound by Foltice. Check that, Foston. Kurt Miller left side. Todd Olmstead. Jeremy Woods walking it, free throw line extended. Back out high, Miller had a notion, traveled with it.
DeTour has been very patient on offense despite that sticky defense from Tri-Unity Christian. Haven't seen either team try to light it up from behind the arc.
DeTour is a foul away from sending Tri-Unity to the bonus. They have 16 fouls. And Tri-Unity with just 3 team fouls. Into the ball game now is Nathan Kromendijk. Running it out front now, the show, is Nathan Kromendijk for the defenders of Tri-Unity Christian. They're just going to work a Michigan State weave out front.
Looks like they want the last shot with 22 seconds on the clock here in the quarter.
Chamberlain wants it down low, didn't get it.
They'll set up their offense with about 11.
Kromendijk now to 12-second mark. Ball is stolen away. Miller's got a one-on-one, one man to beat. He'll go in and he'll score. Great hands that time by Miller and good defense. Here's Chamberlain, 3, 2, 1 at the horn. Will he get it off? It's blocked by Big Island, and that's the end of the first quarter. And it's been a good one. Tri-Unity Christian out front of DeTour at the end of the first, 11-10, here at the Jack Breslin Students Event Center on the campus of Michigan State University. Today's game, a presentation of Advanced Video Service. Joe Urbanski, Al Pisholka, to bring this to you today. And an exciting first period of play. I'd say a key right now for DeTour on the defensive side is Ellis. Had to leave in the first quarter with 3 fouls.
So he's 3 personal fouls, but Tri-Unity has had some problems with the big fella, Faustin, underneath. He's come through with 6 points. They've tried to double team him. They've tried to triple team him at times, but 6 points and 5 rebounds for Big Island to lead the way for DeTour in that first quarter. Then we saw the freshman point guard on the other side, Foltice, coming through with 5 points, 3 or 4 at the line, and just doing a tremendous job.
I want to remind you that today's game is provided by Advanced Video Service, and a copy of today's game is also available as you leave. So we invite you to come on out. AVS is located at 5547 Columbiaville Road in Columbiaville, Michigan. 48421, or you can give a call at 810-793-8889. We're more than happy to shoot you off a copy of today's game.
It looked like Tri-Unity Christian midway through that quarter was starting to take control of the game a little bit, but then DeTour came right back. Both teams playing great man-to-man defense. Nothing fancy. Both teams liking to offensively want to set some high screens and try to get some people open down on the boxes. Neither team really looking to shoot it from the outside at all, Joe. They're very patient, want to work it for a high percentage shot.
Hard to see after just 1 quarter play. Doesn't look like either team possesses that long-range threat. Low-scoring first quarter, 11-10. And the winner, of course, will be playing Saturday in the Class D final.
Tri-Unity Christian has lit it up, though, throughout this tournament. They scored 96 points against Lawrence in the regionals, 97 against Mendon. In the quarters, they scored 84 against Ann Arbor Green Hills. So Tri-Unity Christian can light it up, but good defense by DeTour, good defense by the defenders as well in that first quarter of play.
Winner of this one gets the winner of Maple City, Glen Lake, or Detroit Holy Redeemer. And Foltice will start it out now as Tri-Unity Christian has it to start it left to right as we begin the second quarter of play from the Breslin Center. Starters back in there now. Joshua Holmes on the right side. Lansing starts his drive, dishes off left side, and now gets it back out front. Burgess gets it back, and this is Foltice with a jumper from the free throw line. No good, tipped around. I don't know if you call that a rebound or not, but certainly controlled on the tap that time by Faustin, who already has 5 rebounds in the first quarter. He's got Dennis Rodman numbers through 1.
And unlike the Worm, he can score too.
They're just leaving Faustin alone 30 feet away from the basket. They doubt if he'll try to light one up from there. Down low, Faustin now along the blocks. Dishes down low, easy kiss off the window is good by Wes Vats. And just like that, DeTour's up 1, 12-11.
Boy, nice look from Faustin that time. He felt the pressure from the backside and looked right down the lane for the open man.
Foltice holding out high, goes right side. Joshua Holmes down in the corner, Foltice, 3-point land. And John Lancer. Burgess back out to Lancer now. Top of the key to the right. Work it around. Foltice had a notion from 3. Tri-Unity Christian can light it up. You know they can. And here's the guy who might start it. And there it is. John Lancer with the first triple of the game. And it's 14-12, Tri-Unity Christian. Kurt Miller, team down by 2, kicks it left side. The senior Todd Olmstead. Into the corner, Jeremy Woods. Woods bounced down low, turn around, Faustin, no good, too hard, off the hands of the defenders, out of bounds.
So 1-4 offense that time for DeTour, and they left Faustin down on the left side of the lane. Kick it to the wing, and then they look to kick it down underneath to the big guy.
Here comes gentle Ben Chamberlain into the ball game. Ben likes it down along the blocks. He's a workhorse down there for Tri-Unity. Throw it out front, almost good defense there by Holmes, who hit it with his back. Shot no good. Chamberlain, between 2 red jerseys, pulls down the rebound for Tri-Unity. In the corner, Lancer, turn, fire, triple on the way. No good, rebound, Faustin.
Boy, in traffic, and Faustin just ripped it out of there.
Kurt Miller's been running the show all game so far for the Raiders. Jeremy Woods looking inside. Miller again down low, Faustin. Boy, he likes to go to work. Back outside, triple try on the way, short, and rebound on the near side by Bryan Foltice. Dump it down low. Burgess. Foltice now top of the key. That's good. It's a triple.
Once again, Tri-Unity goes inside to kick it back outside for the tray.
17-12. Tri-Unity Christian. 5:19 and ticking. We're in the second quarter from the Breslin Center. Kurt Miller standing by the center court circle, calling it out. Being hawked by Joshua Holmes to the right side. Vats looking for it. Now he'll have to, wants Foltice to go down, or wants Foston to go down low.
Have to restart it.
In the corner to Olmsted. Miller goes left side, and Woods has it. There's that chant of defense by the defenders. Jumper on the way is going to be too hard. That missed everything. The rebound by Chamberlain. Foltice across the timeline. DeTour back on defense quickly. Drives down the lane, kicks it out right side. Three-pointer on the way. Holmes, that's going to be short. Rebound, Foltice saves it, and Holmes will chase it down.
Good
Lancer,
hustle.
and now Burgess in the corner. Burgess stops, pops 15-footer is good. And just like that, the Raiders are going to call timeout. Scott McLeod has seen a 1-point lead turn into 8 unanswered points for Tri-Unity Christian. It's 19-12. The defenders with a 7-point lead over the Raiders of DeTour with 4:15 left in the first half of play here at the Breslin Center. And you see those happy fans of Tri-Unity Christian right now shouting defense for their defenders. They did a great job out front. They're really boxing Foston down low and making them run the show outside and let them take that shot out there from 25 feet.
They're going to try to force them to shoot it from the outside. They're double, even triple teaming Foston underneath. And hey, a couple of triples. We mentioned neither team looked like they even wanted to shoot it from behind the arc. And Tri-Unity Christian coming out here firing in the second quarter, have hit a couple of triples, an 8-0 run, and have got a 7-point advantage now, 4:15 to go here till halftime.
Well, we just took a look at the Tri-Unity faithful on their feet. The scene a little bit different behind the DeTour bench, as most fans are sitting down right now in stunned amazement. Their DeTour team led 12-11 about 2 minutes ago. Tri-Unity Christian came back with 8 unanswered points.
The thing you got to like about DeTour, though, it doesn't look like they're going to get rattled or try to force anything. I think you'll see this team be very patient, try to come down, try again to get Big Island open underneath, and get a good look or a good shot this time down. Defensively, they've got to get out on the wings and get a hand up on the three-point shot.
DeTour coming out, of course, coming into the game at 17-8. Head coach Scott McLeod has taken his seat on the bench. And Kurt Miller, one of the tri-captains, will bring it up now for the Raiders. Holmes will hawk him, and Miller will back the dribble out. Take it around to the left side. This is Vats, and Vats has been working the right side most of the night. Now he's down low. And there's the turnaround jumper in the paint, Randy Foston. I think that's the game plan. Let's get it inside and see how much they can stop him.
Well, they stopped the first entry pass, but then got it back, and the big fella was still there.
Foltice to the right side, and Holmes on the wing, Chamberlain down low. Chamberlain backing in his dribble. Holmes had a notion from 3, back to Chamberlain on the double team. Tries to drive in on Big Island, puts it over the top of him, and the rim is not kind as it bounces into the hands of Foston. And DeTour can cut the lead with a deuce down to 3. It's 19-14 with 3:20 and ticking here in the second quarter. Galarovich gets it to Fats on the wing. In the middle, mid-post, turn around, one-hand hook is no good by Foston. Rebound pulled down by Burgess. Here comes Holmes leading the 2-on-2. Puts it in, rejection by Big Island.
The big fella can run, too.
He's turning that basket into a deserted island when it's down there. That was a big-time rejection and a controlled block as well, as he tipped it right to his own man. And you can always swat him out of bounds. The key is to swat it to your own guy. There's the triple try, no good by Miller, and the rebound is pulled down by Lancer. Foltice around a Chamberlain pick. Bounce pass left side. Holmes back out front. Foltice notion stops free throw line. High archer is short. Rebound by Burgess. He forces it up, and he is fouled.
Good pump fake that time. Little ball fake. Got Foston up in the air, and when he came down across the forearm. of Derek Burgess. The 6'4" senior will toe the stripe for a couple.
Randy Faustin has picked up his second foul. That's the team 7th. And Tri-Unity still with 3 to give before they put DeTour in the bonus. They only have 3 team fouls. 2:25 left in the first half. 19-14. Tri-Unity Christian with a 5-point lead. Both ends missed by Burgess, and the rebound by DeTour. We saw a nervous Mark Keeler earlier on the bench for Tri-Unity Christian. Jumper from the corner, Big Island, no good. Ball tapped out of bounds. And they say it goes to Tri-Unity. The defenders are having their best year ever in the school's history in both basketball and in volleyball. Kim Sorrell has done an excellent job with the volleyball team. And Tri-Unity Christian's basketball team, of course, making the step to the semifinals for the first time in the school's history. They have enjoyed a tremendous winter sports season. Foltice. Over on the right side, Matt Dykstra. He'll start his dribble and try to between the leg dribble, bounced it off his heel out of bounds.
Good defense. He was in good defensive position, Miller was. To cut him off, he had nowhere to go.
And a good shot there. Scott McLeod yelling out the instructions to his DeTour offense now. 1:49 and ticking. 19-14 Tri-Unity. Down low along the... Oh, and there's the bucket, the easy bucket. And the foul is on Andy Straub.
Oh, what a good look by Faustin that time. He had to squeeze it in there underneath.
Wes Vance did a great job of getting open down low. And I'll tell you what, you don't give assists to guys moving out of the lane, but take Faustin through a crowd when he walked out of the lane.
Yeah, he did. And he got outside, and just a good look that time to find him wide open underneath and a 3-point opportunity. Big play there, Joe. 1:45 to go. Cuts the lead to 3. They can cut it to a deuce right here.
And the free throw is good by Vance. 19-17. So a 5-point run unanswered by DeTour, and it's a 2-point game. Minute 37 and ticking. Holmes back out front to Foltice. Holmes again way outside. Chamberlain wants it down low. In the middle, Chamberlain on the high post, backs his dribble, slides down the lane, puts it up, and it's rejected. And there's a Faustin block, and he controlled it with the rebound.
Wow. Not only the block, but hung right onto it. He just kind of grabbed that one out of midair.
1:09 and ticking. We're looking at a tie ball game with a deuce here by DeTour. Kurt Miller. Miller standing dribble, down to 58 seconds to go. Let's see if DeTour wants to play patient and go for the last shot. Faustin's out there playing with a shoelace untied. I don't think he notices. That ball is tipped away. Kyle Moss down the lane and lays it in. Andy Straub, I should say. Andy Straub with the steal and the deuce. That was a big bucket. Now they're going to give Big Island a chance to tie his shoe. 21-17, just when it looked like DeTour had a chance to tie the ball game, the big steal by Andy Straub, the 6-foot senior, and he laid it in.
The pace of the game, though, DeTour is keeping it in a low-scoring game. That's where they wanted it.
Kurt Miller, left side, Galerovich in the middle. Back in the ball game is Andy Ellis. He kicks it back out front. Ellis is playing with 3 fouls.
He'll take the last shot here with 17 on the clock.
Down to 13 seconds to go. They started Galerovich on the right wing. Back out front to Miller. Miller traveled with it out front. Kind of leaned in like he wanted to fake a shot and then start his move, and he wound up dragging the foot.
Tri-Unity Christian will get the last opportunity. Just under 9 seconds now and a 4-point advantage.
21-17, the defenders, and the inbound to Foltice. Down to 6 seconds to go. Now
High
5.
screen.
Foltice drives. He'll lay it up and uncontested to the hole, and that's the end of the first half. 23-17. Tri-Unity Christian leading DeTour at the break here at halftime. This is the 1996 Michigan High School Athletic Association Class D Basketball Semifinal Championships from the Jack Breslin Students Event Center on the campus of Michigan State University. And it's a presentation of Advanced Video Service. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment. Welcome back to the Jack Breslin Students Event Center. We're at the campus of Michigan State University, and it's boys high school basketball semifinal style in Class D. Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian's defenders out front of the DeTour Raiders, 23-17. Let's take a look at DeTour, Al, to start things. And let's start with Big Island. Boy, I tell you what, with the blocks, with the rebounds, and the points, this guy has a trifecta going all himself.
Randy Foston in that first half, he was a dominant force underneath. 8 total points, 9 rebounds, and 3 block shots. He played the entire way, 16 minutes. Foston was just 4 of 12, though, from the field, as Tri-Unity Christian was doubling down, sometimes putting 3 players on the big junior underneath. So he has led the way in that first half with 8 points. Wes Votz coming through with 7 points, and Miller with 2 to lead the way scoring-wise for DeTour. But if you're DeTour, Joe, you got to be happy. It's a low-scoring game. They want to keep it in the 50s, and 23-17 that first half.
Well, talking to Tri-Unity during the week, their team is a team that they told me very simply likes to get up and down the floor and score a lot of points. They're not getting an opportunity to do it right now, but their composure's there, and they're really led by a young guy out there. Bryan Foltice has 10 points already tonight. John Lancer has 5, 2 apiece for Chamberlain, Burgess, for Holmes, and off the bench, Andy Straub. And Andy Straub, even though he has 2 points, 2 big points. When DeTour had an opportunity to tie the game at 21, Straub came up with the steal and went coast to coast to get the bucket. We're underway in the second half. Moving it from left to right now is DeTour. They dump it down low, and Foston kicks it back out front. Miller has it. Going with Miller, Vats, Wood, Ellis, and Foston for DeTour. Down low, ball tipped out of bounds. That goes off the hands of John Lancer.
Same drop back man-to-man for Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian, and they're going to try to pack it in around big Foston underneath, 6'5", 260.
Andy Ellis triggers it in, playing with 3 fouls. Picked those all up in the first quarter. And sat most of the first half. Came back in for about the last 2:30 of the first half. Down to 7:35 and ticking. We're underway in the second half. Miller working it right side of the key, out front, ball tipped away, and here comes Lancer going all the way down coast to coast, lays it up, too hard. Rebound by Burgess, he'll put it back, and that's blocked, and we've got a foul.
If it's on Foston, that's his 3rd. And it is.
Right now, Vats, Foston, and Miller have played all 16 minutes. Meanwhile, head coach Mark Keeler has at least spelled his team at least a minute for Foltice. And everybody else has played 14 minutes or less, so getting a couple-minute break. And there's Burgess with a free throw.
Great anticipation that time by Lancer, but on the layup, Joey took off just a little bit sooner than he wanted to. Wasn't close enough to the rack to lay it in.
Free throw no good. Lancer gets it blocked by Foston out of bounds. And Tri-Unity will get it back with a 7-point lead. 7:20 left in the third.
Number 4 for Foston.
And that time, Andy Ellis was trying to get in there and throw the ball in for Tri-Unity. Here's the inbound. Burgess holds it out front. Holmes left side. Foston. That is Foltice. He fires the 3 and gets it.
That's the 3rd triple for the defenders.
It's 13 for Foltice. Jeremy Woods. Now Foston out high. Foston stops at the free throw line. That ball was blocked by Burgess for just a moment. He was trying to put the shot up. Here's a triple try on the way. That's no good. And Burgess with the rebound. Chamberlain dives after it, saves it, and Foltice comes up with it. Foltice now working the left-hand magic out front. Back to Holmes, now Foltice again. Around a pick to get it inside to Burgess off his arm, and Big Island with the diving save.
Look at the big fella.
Kurt Miller working it around left side, dumps it down low, and the ball is stolen away. Foltice came up. Boy, what anticipation for the freshman.
Yep, came around the backside, and Foston didn't see him. Going to try to get that 4th foul on Foston if they can.
Foltice off the mark to the right, rebound Chamberlain. He'll put it on the floor once, and that was the mistake, and it bounced away into the hands of DeTour. Up the left side, and Vats will bring it back out. Miller will hold it out front between the circles. 5:42 to go here in the third quarter. It's 27-17, a 10-point lead for Tri-Unity Christian. Here's the jumper on the way, and that's no good, and Chamberlain with the rebound. That was a sense of desperation on that three. Lancer, fade away, no good. Tipped around, Lancer gets it back, puts it up. That one will fall, and it's a 12-point lead for Tri-Unity Christian, 29-17, 5:18 left in the third.
Good run to open up the third quarter by Tri-Unity.
Kurt Miller stops in the paint, dotted line, no good. Rebound, Chamberlain came crashing in, and a foul is called. And if it goes back the other way, that could be on Ellis. He was in the way. No, Ellis has picked up his fourth.
6-0 run here by Tri-Unity Christian with 5:05 to go in the third. Now a 12-point advantage, 29-17. Ellis comes out with his fourth personal foul.
DeTour is yet to score here in the second half. And there's one of the reasons bringing it over the timeline now. Foltice has it knocked away. Here comes the senior Olmsted. He'll back it out. Hand it back to Woods. Miller in the right corner. Back out front, Woods stops, dotted line, dish down low. Foston turnaround, fade away, it's no good. And we've got a foul, a whistle.
Austin that time wanted the call, but he's not going to get it.
Ben Chamberlain has picked up his second foul. That's only the first team foul. 4:41 left in the third. It's a 12-point lead for the defenders. Throw it out front, ball almost stolen by Lancer.
Dangerous pass.
Miller out front between the circles. Hawking him out there is Holmes.
And they're giving him the three there on the wing.
Woods into the corner. Olmsted down low. Vats was trapped and now in the lane, and they finally get him out of the lane. Vats inside, rejection by Lancer. Goes after to steal it. That ball is going to go off.
Oh, what a play. What a play by Lancer. He ended up in the third row and tapped it off the Raider out of bounds. It'll go back to Tri-Unity. They've done little wrong here in the third.
29-17. Foltice left-handing. Stops free throw line, gets it back to Holmes. That was a quick move out front.
Nice little crossover move that time by the freshman.
Back door, and Lancer came down with a catch. He'll turn, fire, and he's fouled. Well, that was a good catch and great balance, nothing to fall out of bounds.
Yeah, good body control just to get his hands on that one and stay on the floor. So Lancer now will go to the stripe. 12-point lead for Tri-Unity Christian, and they have held DeTour scoreless here in the third. Pitching a shutout.
6'3" senior John Lancer free throw. Rimming got it. It's still Lancer and Chamberlain at the forwards. Burgess in the center. Holmes and Foltice. The five starters for Tri-Unity. Shot on the way, and that's good. DeTour going with all their starters except for Andy Ellis, who's out.
Some pressure in the backcourt now.
And here's the steal. Holmes comes up with it. First time we've seen any kind of full court pressure by either team tonight. Foltice drives and some extracurricular activity and a push inside.
Yeah, I was going to say, that might be on Burgess, trying to set that screen and roll. Foltice and Burgess have worked that throughout this game, but that time he was moving, actually took out two players. A good call by the official who was right there underneath to call it.
31-17. It has been an 8-0 run in this third quarter, and the ball almost went off the leg of Miller out of bounds. Vats back out front, Miller. Well, I'd say they got to post the big guy up down low. Trying to get it to him in traffic, can't do it. Miller holding it now in the corner. Down low, the double team immediately. Try to toss it in the lane. Ball is loose, and a jump ball is called. The possession arrow will give it back to the defenders.
Good rotation by Tri-Unity on defense that time. They doubled down, but then they filled the backside. There was nothing that Boston could do on the weak side because they had moved their guards down to cover that open area.
Foltice. And now Lancer, back door, Foltice right side. Fades away, has it stripped away. Nice defensive play by Jeremy Woods. And now Vats will have it, and DeTour with a chance to score their first points of the second half. trailing 31-17. We're under 3:20 left in the third. Lob cross court. Woods has a notion, takes the 15-footer. That's off the mark. And the rebound, Chamberlain. Chamberlain just starts it running 5-on-4. Gets it ahead. Lancer double pump. Scoop off the glass is good. And it's 33-17. And Scott McLeod is up off the bench for the DeTour Raiders. He wants timeout. 2 minutes, 58 seconds left in the third. It's been all Tri-Unity Christian here in the second half. They have gone on an 11-0, make that a 10-0 run. And it's now 33-17 with still 2:58 left here in the third.
6 minutes and 2 seconds. They've held them scoreless here in the third quarter. And the defense of Tri-Unity Christian really setting up the offense. They've gotten some easy opportunities. First time we've seen any kind of pressure defense by the defenders. That caused a turnover. And right now, when they've tried to dump it down to Foston, they've double-teamed him, rotated down so Foston can't kick it over for the easy layup. They're going to force DeTour, if they do get it inside, to kick it back outside for that mid-range jumper or that three-pointer.
Don't forget, tapes are available at today's event. Just write AVS. That's Advanced Video Service, and there are the numbers for you either to call or to write. And I'll tell you what, you talk about that double down, and people who are watching the videotape can actually go back and watch when Foltice comes down and double downs. His quick hands immediately make Foston raise the ball up. He has to do something with it right away. They got the Hawk and D in front with Foltice, and then they got the big guy behind him putting some pressure on his back.
Yeah, they made some adjustments at halftime on how they want to handle that double team. Foston made him pay for it a little bit in the first half. He kicked it over for a couple of nice, easy buckets by his teammates, but good rotation by Tri-Unity here in the third quarter, and DeTour has just not gotten an easy look at the hoop yet here in the third.
It's been a 10-0 run by Tri-Unity Christian here in the second half. We're down to the 2:48 mark of the third quarter. And Miller will drive, stop free throw line, get it outside. Woods for three, that's off the mark. And the rebound on the weak side pulled down, and a block. Jeremy Woods actually grabbed the rebound. That shot was up by Josh Galerovich, but the ball went off of DeTour out of bounds.
Chamberlain's done a nice job underneath. 6 rebounds and a couple of blocks for him.
Here's Foltice across the timeline. Now Tri-Unity Christian, 2:28 in the third quarter and leading by 16. Burgess turn around, good.
Just good movement that time, found the opening in the defense.
He's 6'4", and Vats is on him. He's 6-footer, so there's a mismatch down low at 6'4" and 6 foot. 35-17. They've more than doubled him up here. And a foul is going to be called on the defenders.
That's Burgess. He tried to draw the fourth that time on Randy Foston. Tried to draw the charge, but he was moving underneath. So he picks up the foul. That is his third now, 3 on Burgess.
Third team foul for Tri-Unity. And in the ball game now is Kyle Moss. And also in the game is Matt Dykstra, and we get another chance to look at Andy Straub as well. So Dykstra, Moss, and Straub coming in for the defenders. Here's the inbound underneath on the near side. They lob it out front. Big Island has it. Now Miller will work it on the defense. Matt Dykstra, 5'11" sophomore. On the wing. No shoot from 3 by Big Island. Here's Vats for 3. That's good. And finally, the silence is over. And the Raiders put a triple on the board. 35-20, a 15-point ball game with 1:43 left here in the third.
Big basket that time for the Raiders.
Foltice over on the left side, and Straub down low. Back out front, and Foltice will just walk it back now, take his time. 1:28. Matt Dykstra holding it high. Bounce pass out front. Chamberlain, he likes to drive. Boy, he gets it. He'll go dotted line, fade away. Ball is knocked away. He chases after it. Going to go off DeTour out of bounds. Foltice on the inbound. Free throw line jumper. Soft touch is in.
Just a freshman. 15 for Foltice.
1:03 remaining in the third. It's 37-20, a 17-point lead for Tri-Unity Christian. Vats goes in, rejection out of bounds, blocked.
I think we got a foul,
Kyle
Joe,
Moss.
underneath.
Yeah, that might be Moss or Straub picking up the foul.
It wasn't on the block, but it came from underneath.
It's Andy Straub. 6-foot senior picks up his second foul. That's only the team's fourth, and Vats at the free throw line. The 6-foot sophomore. Boy, this DeTour team is going to be something. A bunch of sophomores, juniors, a freshman, and one senior on this squad.
Yeah, they started 3 sophomores, and Big Island, Foston, just a junior.
He's got a lot more food to eat and a lot more to grow. He's a big guy. Tried to box out for the rebound. Chamberlain comes up with it, though, on the miss. 37-20. They miss on both ends of the two-shot opportunity. Chamberlain will just take it coast to coast. Now Straub back out front, and Foltice will run the show. Down to 40 seconds to go. Foltice in the corner.
I think it really impresses you about Foltice is just his poise out there.
Fading away and getting it blocked is Kyle Moss, and the ball is picked up, and we're going to have a traveling call on DeTour.
5th block for Foston, but the Raiders can't take advantage.
That's going to be a foul call on DeTour. That foul went on Jeremy Woods. That's his second and the team's 4th. Both teams playing with 4 team fouls. Down to 13 seconds to go in the quarter. 37-20 our score. Foltice drives, tried to dish left hand, knocked away by Woods. Woods kicked it around, gets it ahead from Miller. Miller 2-on-1, and the lay-in is going to be good. That's Josh Galerovich.
First fast break opportunity for DeTour, and it comes at the conclusion of the 3rd quarter. A huge 3rd quarter for Wyoming. Tri-Unity Christian. A 15-point lead after 3, and Joe, DeTour was held scoreless till the 1:49 mark of the 3rd quarter when they hit that 3-pointer. So defense has done it for the defenders.
You got an offense for the Tri-Unity Christian defenders. Lancer now has 11 after 3, and Foltice, as we mentioned, has 15. And he's 5 of 9 from the field, so shooting over 50%. Foltice doing a nice job. Boy, you take a look at Foston, and you just wonder how many times you're going to have to get him the basketball in order to win this ball game.
He only had 1 opportunity, 1 shot in that 3rd quarter. So Foston also did not get a rebound. 8 points and 9 boards. He did have a couple of block shots, so his line reads 8 points, 9 boards, 5 blocks. But Tri-Unity Christian made that adjustment at halftime. They've decided they're going to double down, rotate their players over, and it's taken Foston's offense out of it a little bit for DeTour. And DeTour is going to have to find a way to kick it in. If they do kick it in, to hit a couple of jumpers from outside and loosen up Tri-Unity Christian here in the final 8 minutes.
Foul trouble in this game. Ellis with 4, Foston with 3. That's for DeTour. Meanwhile, Burgess has 3 for Tri-Unity Christian, and he's the only one near foul trouble for the defenders. We're set to start the 4th quarter of action, and it'll be DeTour inbounding the ball, and Ellis with 4 fouls will trigger. Foston will hand it off, and Miller will drive right side. He'll fire it up. That's an air ball, and the rebound is snuck out of there by Jeremy Woods.
5'6", the smallest guy on the floor came out of there with it.
That's Josh Galerovich. He's the second smallest guy, 5'7". Big Island on the right. Vats with 10 points, down low. Foston has it knocked away. Burgess. Holmes dives for it, and so does Foltice, but it goes out of bounds off Tri-Unity.
Boy, Burgess gave you a lesson there in post defense. He played him 3 quarters. Got up on the top side, knocked away the pass.
Long inbound pass out front. Galerovich. Standing dribble. Back out front to Miller. Down 15 with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. DeTour needs some offense, and a whistle underneath. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Kyle Moss. 6'5" center. He's just a junior.
Bumping down there that time. along with Andy Ellis. And boy, Ellis heard the whistle and looked over and went, no. He's got those 4 fouls. 3 of them he picked up in the first quarter.
Ellis to inbound, bounces it in, ball goes off a Lancer, kicked around, and finally picked up by DeTour, but a travel is called. Well, Wes Batts had an opportunity to take off with it and kind of caught the pass, and the feet kept going. He never put it on the floor. Well, by the time he did anyway, it was too late. 7:15 left in the fourth. 15-point lead for Tri-Unity, 37-22. Holmes on the right side. Burgess and now Lancer. Bounce pass in the middle. Holmes will lay it off the window. That's a big bucket for a guy who's been pretty quiet in this game, at least on the offensive side. Joshua Holmes, the senior.
Again, it was a great screen set on the left side of the lane that time by Burgess.
39-22. Big Island for 3, and that's way short.
Burgess is the guy who does the things, Joe, that don't show up in the scorebook. Set a lot of screens, played the good defense, got the loose balls.
Jumper on the way, and there he is right there, Burgess. His ears must have been ringing.
A sweet looking hook that time too. A little jump hook from the right side.
41-22, 6:16 left here in the fourth. Into the corner. Batts down low, and here's Big Island going to work. Little kiss off the glass, won't go. Tipped around, loose ball, picked off. And I'll tell you what, Galarovich, he's the blue-collar guy for this team. That's off the mark on the three-point try. Tipped around by Ellis, and it's picked up by Tri-Unity. Lancer with it, gives it back to the quarterback of the team, Bryan Foltice, the Iceman. This is where his game kicks in the fourth quarter. Jumper is off the rim, front of the iron, no good. Tapped around and going to be off the hands of DeTour, out of bounds. When it rains, it pours. No calls going the way right now of the Raiders. Opportunity to take a look at Nathan Kromendijk coming back in the ballgame now for Tri-Unity. And Foltice is going to get a well-deserved break. He had gone all 10 minutes and 25 seconds of this second half without a break.
Foltice with 15 points and Lancer with 11 for Tri-Unity Christian.
Holmes bounced down low. Burgess going to work, and no basket. Stepped out of bounds on the end line. Galarovich will inbound now for DeTour. 41-22, that's our score. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. This is the Class D boys semifinal from the Breslin Center. Driving is Vats, and a foul is going to be called. Lancer was over the back.
It's good penetration that time. Not to be denied, took it strong to the rack.
Maple City Glen Lake will play the 6 o'clock game on Friday against Detroit Holy Redeemer, and the winner will get the winner of this game. Chamberlain back in the ball game, and a nice hand for Kyle Moss, who comes out. Wes Batts at the free throw line. First one's good. Five minutes, 13 seconds left in this game. Second one's up, and that's good as well. 41-24. Now some pressure. That's a 2-1-2 zone press by DeTour.
That's the way you beat it. Reverse the ball. Perfect.
Jumper by Holmes is good. It's 43-24, a 19-point lead for the defenders.
It's perfect execution that time by Tri-Unity.
Down low ball tipped away by Burgess. Goes into the hands of Kromendijk. Kromendijk on the double team. He'll bounce ahead to Holmes. Holmes will toss back out front, and Kromendijk now will run the show. Down to 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Around a pick to the left. Oh, nice hands to pick it up. Holmes has it around the right side. Bounce pass down low to Chamberlain. Back out to Holmes. Bounce down low to Chamberlain again. He'll just turn, lean in, blast. Good.
Nice up and under move on the post that time by Chamberlain. He's been kind of quiet offensively. Their leading scorer at 15 points per game, and now timeout DeTour.
45-24. Tri-Unity Christian with a 21-point lead. 4 minutes, 12 seconds left in this game. And there you get a chance to take a look right now at Scott McLeod, the DeTour head coach, huddled down, talking to his players. They need a whole lot of offense in a hurry. As a matter of fact, they need almost as many points as they've scored in the entire ball game. They need 19, or I should say 21 to catch, and they've only scored 24 in this game. You can see how they got here, though. They play tough defense, and you get Foston going down low, and it could be a long night for the opposing team. There's Mark Keeler right now. He's standing up, giving encouragement to his team.
Yeah, they're pumped up. They're excited. The blue and white are in their huddle. A 21-point lead. They are 4 minutes and 12 seconds away from a trip to the state finals.
There we go, a little, little deaf dance right there, a little defender dance going for you. Now this game keeps going this way. The Defenders going to have a big party tomorrow during their big auction. They're going to give away some great prizes at the auction, and also they're going to have some scholarships they're going to give away too. Here comes the inbound, and Josh Galarovich. He'll inbound, and Kurt Miller will work it left to right with 4:08 left in the game.
They have just taken Foston out of the offense here in the second half.
He has not scored. There's
outside.
the jumper. That's too hard. Off the iron, and Vats fought for it. And Woods touched it last. It goes out of bounds. And so Unity Christian will have it. Tri-Unity with a 45-24 lead, a 21-point lead with 3:51 to go.
2-2-1 trap. They reverse the ball and push it up.
Foltice is wide open. That's high glass, and it's good.
17 for Foltice, and boy, is he smooth for a freshman.
That did count. He did call glass. 3:33 left here in the fourth.
I could hear it.
47-24, 23-point lead.
At your DeTour, you got to shoot the three.
And there's Vats, and that's no good, and Foltice comes up with a rebound. Down low, turnaround, Burgess, too hard. Tipped up and loose, and finally pulled down by Jeremy Woods. Woods will lead it up down the floor. Vats lays it high, no good. Kyle Moss gives it to Foltice. Foltice gets it ahead to Lancer. Lancer stops, and the ball goes off the legs of Big Island, out of bounds. Well, they call Big Island, Randy Foston, they call him Big Island because he's from Drummond Island.
Just have to come to school on the ferry. But this kid's going to be a good one.
I think gonna be is already is, I think is the word there. Good looking kid, freshman, long way to go.
Just in control out there for a freshman. Doesn't get rattled, really knows how to run the show. There it is.
Here's the triple try, that will not go, and the rebound pulled down. Burgess has it rejected from behind by Foston. That ball is kicked around, and now it's finally loose. Woods gets it ahead. Vats has it, and he lost it. And a foul. Boy, Foston grabbed right a hold of Joshua Holmes and probably could have taken him, probably could have carried him right up the steps.
He gets a hold of it, you're not going anywhere. Sixth block for Randy Foston, and he's going to come out and he'll get a big hand from the red and white across the way.
Well, here's an opportunity right now where both the coaches bring in the clean jerseys for their teams, and it's an opportunity for the guys who have made these teams as good as they are. That second and third unit come in the ball game and get some PT.
Guys have gutted it out all season, practiced hard every day. Now they get a chance to get on the floor here at the Breslin.
Lancer leans in, gets it. 158 and ticking, 49-24.
See Mark Keeler along the way trying to get everybody in.
Miller has it out front, working the clock with 1:48 to go. Miller swings it left side, and the ball is Stolen away by Burgess, and it goes out of bounds off the hands of DeTour. That went off Todd Olmstead.
Well, Jeremy Woods wasn't going to give up on it.
He's a fighter.
He really is.
And there you hear a hand for Kurt Miller. Kurt Miller, a sophomore, 5'9". And coming out of the game, a big hand right now for Joshua Holmes, the senior. They can feel it. They know they're going to the finals on Saturday. Ball is stolen away. Here comes Woods. He'll lay it up, and no good. Brandon Blanker came up with the rebound. Ball went out of bounds, and we've got a foul.
Well, a good hustle by Jeremy Woods, though. He made a great play out front. Jumped in the passing lane, made the steal, and just couldn't convert with the left hand. Coach comes over, congratulates him, and Jeremy Woods will now come out of the game.
Jeremy Woods just picked up his 4th foul.
Casey Carr checks in for the Raiders, a 5'6" sophomore.
James Geyer in for DeTour. John Agema, he'll drive and has it pickpocketed away. John Galarovich. Here's an NBA three-pointer, that's too hard. Casey Carr, back out front, Galarovich in the corner. James Geyer for 3, and he lights it up.
And they backed off, and Geyer made him pay for it.
We saw Geyer's gun as he fires it from triple.
Under a minute to go, and a 22-point lead for Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian, 49-27. Checking in for DeTour is Brent Rathka into the backcourt. Rathka is a 5'6" sophomore. A lot of sophomores for head coach Scott McLeod and the DeTour Raiders. Just one senior on this team that's made it to the Final Four in Class D.
Casey Carr. Todd Olmstead will fire the 3. That's off the back of the iron, too hard. Joe Barrett, and lost the handle on it. Back the other way comes John Agema. Agema stops, puts it off the glass, and he traveled with it. 38 seconds left in the game. It is 49-27. A 22-point lead for Tri-Unity Christian. We'll get the winner of Maple City Glen Lake or Detroit Holy Redeemer. We'll play at 6 o'clock on Friday. Ball is stolen away. Here comes Zachary Brossenbrook. Hands it off. Going in for the layup, and no good. John Agema was fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2 with 22.7 left on the clock.
It wasn't going to come easy. The Raiders weren't just going to let him roll down and lay it in on him.
John Agema, a 6'2 junior. His free throw is good.
Yeah, he called it.
Was that glass or back of the iron?
Oh, no. Window.
It was all window.
Even he's laughing. If he does it again, I'll give it to him. Almost did.
There's the rebound. The putback is going to be good. That is Trevor Vanderhorst who puts it through, the 6'1 junior.
Now the Tri-Unity folks on their feet now celebrating as we're inside 10 seconds. A turnover against DeTour, and Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian will move into the state finals.
John Agema will bring it up. 5 seconds to go. Into the corner. Mark Tenel-Zork puts it up, and it's good. That is the end of the ball game.
Boy,
The
what a
defenders
second half.
win it. Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian a winner by 27 over DeTour, double them up. And boy, I tell you what, you got to like this freshman, Bryan Foltice. What a great job the Iceman did in the entire game.
Yes.
Foltice finished with 17. Vats did a nice job for DeTour, finishing with 12, but the big story is holding Foston to just 8 points in all of those in the first half.
Yeah, Foston only had 4 shots in the second half for DeTour, and he is such a big part of that team, big part of the offense. But what a third quarter by Tri-Unity Christian defensively. They just really put the hammerlock on DeTour offensively. It was a great defensive effort in the entire second half. They held the Raiders, Joe, to just 10 points in the second half. So great defense by Tri-Unity Christian. That set up some opportunities for him on offense and got him some easy shots as well.
Lancer was also in double figures with 13 for Tri-Unity Christian. So Tri-Unity Christian advances to the state finals. The DeTour Raiders finished their fine season at 17-9. Scott McLeod and his fine squad. Scott in his 5th year. Overall, he's 70-47 now. Just 26% from the field, though, for DeTour in this game. And the defenders really using their name, defenders, to really put the clamps on this DeTour team.
Yeah, the Raiders only shot 36% in the first half, and they finished at 26% for the game. But a great defensive effort by Tri-Unity Christian in that third quarter. They held them scoreless for more than 6 minutes, and that really set the tone for this game.
That's going to do it from the Jack Breslin Students Event Center on the campus of Michigan State University. For Al Pisholka, this is Joe Urbanski. Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian, the defenders go to 24-3, and we'll get the winner of Maple City, Glen Lake, or Detroit Holy Redeemer. Once again, the final score of the Class D semifinal, the Wyoming Tri-Unity Christian defenders 54, the DeTour Raiders 27. Today's game, a presentation of Advanced Video Service and the Michigan High School Athletic Association.